So this is the homework review unit 3 part 1.5. Okay, and we're just going to do the right side of the worksheet, and that will be the today's assignment. Okay, you guys ready? So let's get started. Let me open up the chat. Participants. Okay, so let's get started. Number 2, right here. So ready? So we need to figure out this angle. And to do that, I know it's been a while, hasn't it, right? But we're going to use this exterior angle theorem. Do you guys remember this? Exterior angle, which is this one, B, is equal to D plus C. If you add these remote interior angles of a triangle, if you add them together, that's going to be equal to this angle. That's called the exterior angle theorem. For example, right here, if this is a 70 and if this is 30, that means this exterior angle is going to be 100. It's a 70 plus 30. Okay, and that's what exterior angle theorem is. So going back to that, it's kind of upside, well, it's an upside down picture, isn't it? But it's still the same. Those are the interior angle. If you add them, that's gonna be equal to that. So what do you think the question mark is gonna be? It will be 82 plus 42. All you have to do is just add those two numbers, which will be 124. Okay. Number 4. I'll give you 1 minute and please share your answers. So what will be this question mark? What do you think this X is going to be? This one, we are going to use the rule, which you don't need to memorize the rule, the theorem, but it's called triangle angle sum theorem, which says that if you add all 3 angles, interior angles of the triangle, it is always what? Do you guys remember? It will be 180. Okay. In other words, 70 plus this is going to be 180. Okay. So can you figure out what X is going to be? What did you guys get? Can somebody indicate in the chat? What will be the answer for number 4? Very good. It will be 70 plus 70 is 140. But if you add one more angle, it's going to be 180, right? In other words, you want to find the difference between 180 minus 140, which is 40. Okay, so X is going to be 40. Okay. Everybody good? Okay, how about number 7? This problem. I'm gonna just let you guys work on it first. And please indicate the answer in the chat once you're done. What would X be? Let me give you 1 minute. Is that enough? Yeah. Do you have the equations? How do you set it up? Again, we are going to use angle-sum theorem. If you add all 3 angles, that's going to be equal to 180, right? Very good, Logan. So somebody has the answer. Does anybody else have an answer? Please share once you're done with the number 7. So the equation will be, you're going to add all 3 angles, and that will be equal to 180. So it will be 9x plus 4, is that 4? Plus 16x minus 4 plus 80, and that is going to be equal to 180. It's a long equation, isn't it? Now we've got 9x and 16x, they're on the same side. So that's 25x. Positive 4 minus 4, that cancels out. So you just have a plus 80 equals 180. You guys follow that? Now what would you do next? Let's subtract 80. So we've got 25x equals 100. Very good, Elizabeth. Anybody else? And then divide by 25. So x equals 4. Very good. Did anybody else get an x equals 4? Okay, let's move on. So number 9 and number 12, it says, state if 3 numbers can be a measure of the sides of a triangle. Okay, in other words, if you have 3-inch long spaghetti sticks or skewer, bamboo skewer, 6-inch, 2-inch, will you be able to form a triangle? Do you guys remember how to do that? Who thinks you can form a triangle? By the way, 9 is the number 9, okay? So with these 3 numbers, 3, 6, 2, do you think you will be able to form a triangle? Yes for yes, we can. No for no, you cannot form a triangle. Which one do you think it is? Everybody tell me in the chat. Yes or no? Yes, you can form a triangle. No, you cannot form a triangle. Which one? The answer is no, you cannot form a triangle. Okay? So how do you know that? How do you check it? There's an easy way to do it. Okay? You guys remember the first step? What was the first step? Step one, let's outline the step so that maybe for those who have forgotten can write it down. Pick the largest number. Now, which number is the biggest number out of 3, 6, and 2? Obviously 6, right? Okay, and then second step, add the 2 shorter sides. So you're going to add 3 plus 2, which is 5. And that number needs to be bigger than 6 in order for it to be triangle. But this one isn't, right? I don't know. Maybe you are tired of seeing the bamboo sticks, but let's say you've got 6 inches right here. Then you've got 3 inch and then 2 inch. And then you try to connect it, but it's a 5. It's not bigger than 6. 3 plus 2 is only 5. So you cannot create triangle. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, since 5 is less than 6, so cannot form a triangle. Okay. So how about number 12? Can this one? Okay, somebody's asking me about number 2. Let me just take a moment to do that. Again, we are using the what's called the exterior angle theorem, which is this exterior angle. It's this one here, A, B, C. C, this exterior angle is equal to A plus B. And that means this question mark is basically 42 plus 82. So that's what the number 2 is. Does that make sense? We can definitely go over on that more, maybe after the class. Okay. You okay? Yeah, this is our assignment. You know how we did, I guess for those who came in late, before the break, we did the left side of the worksheet. So we're doing the right side as today's assignment, okay? And we're going to call this Review Unit 3, Part 1.5, okay? Okay, let's get back to number 12. Can you form a triangle? Again, go through the 2 steps. Let's pick the largest number, which is 16. That's the largest number. Now we're going to add the 2 shorter sticks. 2 plus 15, which is 17. Is that bigger than the largest number? It is. 17 is bigger than 16, isn't it? So, yes, we can form a triangle. Okay. Is it starting to come back? And this is called triangle inequality theorem. You don't need to memorize the name, but that's what I think the third theorem that we've studied. Okay. Next type of a question is, it's all about triangle inequality theorem. You are given with two sticks, measurement 6 and 10. And we want to figure out, well, what could the third stick be? What's the range? What's the lowest that you can go? What's the highest that you can go? There is a sort of a window, isn't it, for the third stick. So what's the lowest or what's the highest? And that's what the question is. Let's read the instruction. It says, two sides of a triangle have the following measure. In this case, it's 6 and 10. Find the range, find the window, find the range of possible measure of the third side. How do we do that? Here is the hint. What did we do? Basically, we're just going to add the two numbers and then subtract the numbers. And then that will give you the range. Okay, so the lowest that you can go is you're going to do 10 minus 6. Just pick the bigger number first. 10 minus 6, which is 4. So the 4 is the lowest that you can go. And the highest will be 10 plus 6, which is 16. So your answer will be between 4 and 16. Any number that you pick between 4 and 16 will work. Okay. Did you guys get that? I think we just have 2 more questions to go. Okay. We just came back from the spring break, so we'll just finish this up and we'll be call it good for today. Okay. So let's work on number 16. The other topic that we covered in this unit is on isosceles triangle and equilateral triangle. Okay, this one is definitely, it's called, it is an isosceles triangle because these two sides are equal. Okay, so we know that this is an isosceles. And we want to solve for x. How do we do that? I'm going to give you 1 minute to think about it. Okay, so we need to set up an equation. Will you at least be able to set up an equation yet? So if you're struggling to figure out the equation, this is the property of an isosceles triangle that you should use. We went over on a couple of properties, right? If you have an isosceles triangle, the bottom angles are equal to each other. Do you guys remember that? If the bottom angles are, let's say this one is 70 degrees, then the other one should be also 70 degrees. They should be equal to each other. And that is precisely the property that we have to be using. In other words, this one is isosceles triangle on the side, isn't it? It's tipped. So these are the bottom angles. They are equal to each other. You get that? So your equation will be 8x will be equal to 6x plus 18. Does that make sense? This angle and this angle are equal to each other. So you can write 6x plus 18 equals 8x. It doesn't matter which way you start. Now let's solve it. Okay. So we've got 8x, 6x separated with the equal sign. So let's subtract 6x on both sides. It will be 2x equals 18. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. Yeah, did you get that? X equals 9. Who's got x equals 9? Anybody? Very good. The last question, guys. Okay, we are almost done. You guys okay? Are you guys with me? Do you need more time to write down on any part of the notes up to this point? You need to let me know. I'm just hoping that you're participating right now. Yeah? You guys with me? Let's work on the last question, number 18. Now, what kind of a triangle is this? This is, does anybody know how to spell it? Number 18. What kind of a triangle is that? It's called, very good, Logan. The correct spelling too. Equilateral. Yeah, there's, I think, an I in it. Equilateral. Okay. I'm not gonna test you on spelling on that, but I think that's how you spell it. Now we need to solve for, now what do we know about equilateral triangle? We had two properties, okay? Equilateral triangle. First of all, each angle is gonna be all 60 degrees. Okay, they're all equal. Basically, equilateral triangle is what you might call perfect triangle. It's got all the angles are all the same. And then all the sides are also gonna be all the same. Okay, all three sides are all equal. Very good. That's right, Logan, thank you. In other words, this should be equal to that. This side should be equal to that. Okay. So let's set it up. Y plus 10 should be equal to 4y plus 1. You could also say that equilateral triangle is a special isosceles triangle. Does that make sense? Because two sides are the same, right? That means the bottom sides are all going to be the same. It's a 60 and 60. But as a matter of fact, the bottom side is also going to be the same as the two sides. And so equilateral triangle is a special isosceles triangle, if that makes any sense to you. Okay, so let's solve it, okay? So I'll give you 1 minute and please share your answers. Very good, Harley. Anybody else? Again, we've got y and y on both sides of an equal sign. So we've got to get rid of the smaller y. Subtract y. Subtract y on both sides. So that will be gone. So 10 equals 3y plus 1. Again, when you say y, subtracting y, that means you're subtracting 1y, right? You don't write 1 in front of y, but it's always there, okay? If you don't see a number, that means it's 1y. Now you subtract 1 from both sides. 3y equals 9. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. Y equals 3. How did it go, guys? Did you guys get that? Y equals 3. So this is the end of the review for today. And again, we've done half of the assignments. This one was done before the break, and that was the assignment part 1. Okay, review part 1. And this is today's assignment, review part 1.5. Okay, and you should be it's already up in the Canvas, the modules, so please make sure that to turn this assignment in. Please remember, especially for those who came in late to the class, we only have 2 weeks left, and we will be reviewing tomorrow as well for this unit, and we will take the test on Friday, and that will be basically it for this quarter. All next week, it will be a catch-up week where you can turn in the late assignments. You can meet with me to go over on to prepare for your retake, or so I can help you one-on-one for individual help that you may need. Okay, so that is basically the plan for this week and next week. Okay, if you have any questions, if you need additional help for this or anything else, please remain in the class. Otherwise, we'll end the class at this point. And have a great day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, take care, guys. Please don't forget to turn in the assignment, guys.